देखे किरकिरती भी जहां मिलने लगी क्रिकेट की सारी बातें जहां जोश भी है जहां होश भी है जहां क्रिकेट है आओ देखे किरकिरती भी।
ये क्या हुआ? क्या लगता है आपको कि जो मैच हम जीत चुके थे शायद, 4 रन से हार गए, क्या हुआ? आपको क्या लगता है,
हम
व्हाट वाज द मेन रीजन दैट वी लॉस्ट?
सर हम जीत सकते थे, वी वो ऑलमोस्ट देयर, लेकिन आई थिंक जो डेथ ओवर में जो परफॉर्मेंस होता है वो नहीं हुआ हमारी तरफ से। बैटिंग में वी जस्ट नीडेड 1 6 और 1 4 टू विन, और हम वो नहीं कर पाए। इट वाज डुएबल, लेकिन समवेयर आई थिंक द लीडरशिप फेल्ड, दैट इज व्हाट आई वुड से। क्योंकि 50 ओवर्स ही खेले थे दोनों टीम्स, और इंग्लैंड लॉस्ट 8 विकेट्स एंड वी लॉस्ट ओनली 6 विकेट्स, सो वी हैड अ चांस। बैटर्स ने परफॉर्म अच्छा किया, लेकिन आई थिंक जो एंड में एंड लाइन बैटर्स हैं, समवेयर दे वर नॉट, दे वर अंडर प्रेशर। हमारा जो बीच में जो है, मिडिल में उन लोगों ने अच्छा परफॉर्म वो नहीं कर पाए, दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक।
And what do you think is, and I'm going to ask this question to everybody. Smriti Mandana at the end of the match said, कि मेरा do wicket have a turning point, and she took the entire responsibility of the loss on her shoulders. Your thoughts on that? Yeah. There is question to you.
To me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to you.
Sir, I don't know, because yeah, she did say that, but I think sir it was overall, क्योंकि I think जो टॉप ऑर्डर था अच्छा परफॉर्म किया मेरे हिसाब से, but I think somewhere towards the end they were under pressure, and bowling जो है इंग्लैंड का वो बहुत अच्छा था, and they managed to keep us under pressure, and I think that's where we lost. And बाकी I don't think it was a turning point. I think even other batters had a scope to perform that day.
Yes, and I think, Hetvi, your thoughts on the match, and of course, the second question that I asked on what do you think about Smriti's post-match statement that her wicket, and even Harmanpreet Kaur's statement that, according to Harmanpreet, also Smriti's wicket at that point of time turned the match away from India. Your thoughts on both the match itself and this particular question?
I think India bats deep, so you cannot really blame it on one person, because and वो ऐसा भी नहीं है कि कोई मतलब टेल एंडर है या फिर उनको एक चौका ही लगा रहा था. She played well, but like you say, कि Smriti has to start turning her 40s and 50s to 80s and then 80s to 100s, because she is that sort of player. She knows, so she needs to convert her starts into match winners. तो उनके ऊपर ही ब्लेम नहीं है ऑफ कोर्स, पर हाँ ये पार्ट उन्हें उनको भी खेलना चाहिए फॉर एवरी मैच, दैट शील हैव टू टर्न. एंड इवन हरमनप्रीत कौर, शी लुक्स विजिबली टेंस. आई मीन शी हैज बीन अंडर परफॉर्मिंग एज अ कैप्टन सिंस past few matches now. तो उनको भी एक she need to trust her team in general, bowlers or batters है, and she need to make good picks about of the team.
And what do you think of Harmanpreet's statement, the captain saying that somebody else's wicket was a turning point? A very direct question, and I know Narayan has his own views on that, but to you, Hitri, don't you think the captain should have stood up and said, my loss of wicket was a turning point. I lost the wicket, and therefore we lost the way, because at the time Harmanpreet lost the wicket, we were well on course. We were like almost, when you saw these two people batting in the pitch, you said, oh my God, this is like fantastic. It'll get over in won't even go to 50 overs, 45, 46 overs, it will be done and dusted. Was her wicket critical? Why Smriti?
I don't think, I mean, either. I mean, I agree with you, sir. Ki,
The question is to you.
Yes, hello.
Are we frozen?
I'm.
No, it's fine.
Arjun?
We can hear Hetwi.
Yeah. We can see her also.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hitvi.
Yeah.
You
So.
have lost. Yeah. Hitvi. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Everything was frozen there for a minute. Go ahead.
I don't think it was Harmanpreet. I mean, I would not even blame it on Harmanpreet either. But as a captain, I don't think that statement coming from her encourages the team. You cannot pinpoint. As a captain, you're supposed to take blame on yourself, not just your wicket, but your decision making, because this is not a skill gap. It is a decision making error that you have been making. So, वो खुद पे as a captain, I think it's better to take responsibility on yourself than putting blame on any of the team member.
And I think we'll come back to the bowling part later. Narayan, your thoughts on what the two ladies just said,
Actually,
and yeah.
एक्चुअली क्या हुआ कि इंडिया को 55 रन चाहिए थे 53 बॉल पे, व्हेन स्मृति गॉट आउट, तभी 7 विकेट थे और लगा था कि हो जाएगा. सो इसलिए कहा गया है कि स्मृति का ये बैड शॉट था एंड शी टुक द ब्लेम. हरमनप्रीत गॉट आउट इन द 31st ओवर. तब तो गेम काफी अच्छा था और ओपन भी था और उन दोनों के बीच में 125 रन की भागीदारी हो गई थी. जबकि इफ यू नो, बोथ प्रतीका एंड हरली गॉट आउट प्रिटी अर्ली कंपेयर टू, जैसे मैंने पहले भी कहा था, बिग मैच टेम्परामेंट नहीं है अभी बच्चों लोग को. दे स्टिल हैव टू गेट दोज बिग मैच. जब आपको 289 चेस करने हैं तो ओपनर्स को अच्छा स्टार्ट देना ही चाहिए. सो व्हाट आई फील, सर निखिल, इज के हरमन आउट हो गई 31st ओवर में. तब तक मैच बहुत ओपन था. इट वाज नॉट अ टर्निंग पॉइंट अकॉर्डिंग टू हर. लेकिन इन द 42nd ओवर में स्मृति गॉट आउट, जब खाली 55 रन ही चाहिए थे, तो उसकी एक बैट शॉट से, हो सकता है बैट सेट सिलेक्शन के कारण, उसने ये ब्लेम अपने ऊपर लिया. और उसके बाद में इफ यू सी, इवन जेमिमा, दीप्ति, ऑल आल्सो डिड नॉट टेक गुड सेट सिलेक्शंस. अदरवाइज तो देखा जाए तो रिचा, who could actually, रिचा लास्ट तक रहती ना बाय चांस, she could have hit those 14 runs in the last, because she is a very big hitter. तो ऐसा लग रहा है मेरे को, that was the reason why Smriti has taken that blame on her, because she got out in the 46th.
So I think so I will reserve my comment on that to a little later, but I think more importantly also on the batting order, I thought maybe they should not have sent Dipti first. Maybe Richa should have gone up the order. He had certain runs to make, and Richa bats well. You don't have to treat her like a pinch hitter. She also plays the long innings, and when she plays the long innings, she hits hard. She goes to the boundary, does a lot of stuff. So my limited point on this is that when you are the captain, you have lost your wicket, you're going back to the pavilion. There is a certain sense at that point of time on what should you do. Should you let Dipti come in? Let Snehrana come in? Let Richa be brought in at that stage, because you need 6.5 runs at that point, for a particular point of time, or 7 runs, I think. And I think if Richa had come, hit that 30, 40 runs in 10, 15 balls or 20 balls, with a lot of time to go, instead of coming in later at the 43rd, 44th over, I think that the result might have been different. Also, Harmanpreet's concentration should have been there at 70 runs of 70 balls. I think if you see every other team that chased, for example, South Africa when Woodward played, the captain always sets the tone. And I think when the captain performs, everybody that follows performs. When the captain does not, or performs but not to her fullest, then the people coming afterwards are not that extra motivated. She played well. She came out of a bad form. She did her job. She played a good stand with Smriti. All that is there. You can't take that away from her. But her job was not done. I think she should have stayed there. And she should have told me, Smriti, you hit, because Smriti is a good hitter. I am staying. I stayed till one of them had to stay till the end, right, to win this game. Both of them got out. So I think it was a little lack of planning. You just played your natural game. The target in your mind was not there. Standing on the pitch and taking decisions at that point of time, क्या करना है, वो भी नहीं किया आपने. बाय रोड किया, चलो दीप्ति आई, फिर ये आया, फिर ये आई, फिर नीचे आएगी. बट वहां पे जब जो सिचुएशन था, उस सिचुएशन के हिसाब से उन्होंने चेंजेस करने वो नहीं किए. On the bowling side, Narayan, I was a little disappointed. You take a specialist bowler like Renuka in place of a batsman, a specialist batsman. So you expect a batter like Jemima, and then a specialist fielder also, who saves 20, 25 runs in every match. And then you replace her with the Renuka Singh, and then she gets only 8 overs to bowl. And she had a good average. It was not that she was giving away too many runs. She didn't take any wickets, but she still had 2 overs to go. And I think that again, I think something wrong in the way you played your bowlers, your good bowlers, the way you brought in Kranti God when you should not have because she was got hit quite a bit, and the lack of support for Sri Charni. I somehow think, and correct me if I'm wrong, all three of you. I somehow think Harmanpreet doesn't have much confidence in Sri Charni because she sort of bowls her for 1 or 2 overs and takes her off, bowls her for 1 or 2 overs and takes her off. 1 over she gets hit for 8, 10 runs and she takes her away. And Srichani is a good, consistent bowler. She can take wickets. She's a wicket taker. She can give runs. I don't think that's a problem. But she takes wickets. And I think not having that confidence, not giving her that support, is not making her perform to her potential. So two questions in Narayan. The way Renuka was handled by Harmanpreet and the way Srichani is being handled by Harmanpreet.
So I would agree with you that Captain Kaur has not handled and rotated her bowlers very effectively, which is the job of the captain. And you see, as we discussed in the last episode also, that she's not been speaking to the other senior players on the pitch कि अभी क्या करना चाहिए, इसके आगे किसको लेना चाहिए, कैसा वर्कआउट करना चाहिए. और रेणुका सिंह को 8 ओवर 37 रन दिए, खाली 8 ओवर. So she was the most economical bowler of the entire lot, if you see. दीप्ति ने 4 विकेट लिए लेकिन उसने भी 51 रन दिए.
Yes.
10 ओवर में 51 रन दिए, इसने 8 ओवर में 37 रन दिए. नो, सो इफ यू सी, just at least there should be some planning where you ensure that the entire 10 overs are given to the pacers.
Yes.
It cannot be there कि तुम उसको छोड़ दो बीच के अंदर 8 और 6. This is how they handled 8 16 और 4 20. ये 20 इन पे हुए और बाकी तीनों को 10 ओवर खिलाए. दीप्ति, श्रीचरनी और गौड़ को नहीं खिलाया. तो एक तो वो है. दूसरा क्या है, श्री चरनी इज दी कुलदीप, कुलदीप यादव, बेसिकली शी इज अ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट बॉलर.
Yes.
कभी कभी हिट होता है. यू सी कुलदीप आल्सो, ही इज हिट बट देन ही कम्स बैक विद द विकेट.
Yes.
तो अगर उसको 2 विकेट मिले, रन दिए उन्होंने आपके पास 67, बट दैट डज नॉट मीन कि यू टेक हर ऑफ. अदरवाइज क्या होता है, द बैटर्स आल्सो बिकम वेरी शार्प कि भाई ये तो ऑफ हो गई है, इसको अभी आप अगला ओवर नहीं खेलना है अपने को. सो दिस देयर हैज टू बी अ टीम मैनेजमेंट थॉट प्रोसेस कि भाई किसको कब खिलाना और कैसे करना. एंड वन हैज टू एंश्योर दैट द फ्रंट लाइन बॉलर्स हैव टू बी बोल्ड फुल्ली. वो 2 ओवर लास्ट तक रखेंगे तो कोई फायदा नहीं है. अगर ओवर ही नहीं जाएंगे तो कुछ होगा नहीं. So this was very, it was a criminal, a criminal act on behalf of the captain of not bowling Renuka Singh, for the full 10 overs. वो तो उनको कराना ही कराना चाहिए था. और जब आप 6 बॉलर्स खिला रहे हो तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको मैनेज करना है. किसी को कम जाएगा, किसी को ज्यादा जाएगा, बट एटलीस्ट फ्रंट लाइन बॉलर को तो पूरे के पूरे ओवर्स होने चाहिए. So these are my thoughts on this. I think they should improve upon in the next match. कैसे क्या होता है देखते हैं सब.
Absolutely. I think we move on to the day after tomorrow's match. But overall, I think Harmanpreet Kaur has to step up to the plate as a captain and and do a lot of planning. I think and the interaction with the dugout I'm seeing missing somehow. When Dravid or Gautam Gambhir is there as the manager or the coach, there is always some message going out. Some there's a lot of communication happening between the dugout and the field. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing. So Amol Mazumdar is there, he's watching, but all the time it's more an expression of either happiness or frustration, but no message seems to be going out. I think that community, because the guy sitting in the dugout is cool, calm, he can see, he has an outside-inside view, he can be a more neutral perspective of what should be done. So I think that a little more on-field, off-field communication must be there. I think Harmanpreet must also support people like Sri Charni because she's an amazingly talented player, and the way she feels also, I think she just threw herself on so many shots that would have gone for a 4, but she saved so many runs there. Like very committed player, and she needs that support. I think Harmanpreet needs to do that and also bowl Renuka if she is going to play this game on Sunday. So let's have a look at what's happening.
Nikhil, one
Yes.
thing I wanted to add is when you require less than 6 runs an over
Yes.
in this match, correct?
Yes.
You have to take the innings deep
Yes.
and pace the innings properly.
Yes. Yes.
And rotate the strike and convert ones to twos and take singles. वो 4 रन
Absolutely.
का ही डिफरेंस था. ये 4 रन का डिफरेंस अगर प्लानिंग करते, and if you see Richa, Deepti, they both wanted to hit out कि हम जिता देंगे मैच.
Absolutely. There was no need. There was no need.
And the batters of the class of the captain and the vice captain, need to close the innings and stay
Yeah.
put till the end. At least
Yes.
एक आदमी को लास्ट तक टिकना चाहिए था, तो
You
क्लोज हो
know,
जाता है, इसमें टेंशन नहीं था.
every run chase that we saw, South Africa, Australia, England, that they played in any against anybody, you saw they did exactly what you were saying. 3-4 singles, one boundary. Three, four
Yes.
singles, one boundary. 3-4
Yes.
singles, one boundary. I think that adds up to 7-8 and over. When you hit 3-4
Yeah.
singles and then boundary, that's what you want. You don't want
Yeah.
big shots and
Yeah.
fancy shots.
No,
You don't
no,
need
the
that.
bowlers also get frustrated when you
Yes,
don't hit too hard.
yes,
बार बार नहीं ठोकते हो हवा के अंदर, they also get frustrated. तो एक तो
absolutely.
बैट बॉल मिलेगा ही मिलेगा आपको चौका मारने.
Absolutely. So I think that's something that they need to do, and I hope they get the message from the coach of the team that's how because they're playing a formidable opposition like New Zealand. And let me bring up the statistics. Arjun, you have the India New Zealand. I've sent you 3 slides. The first slide, if you can bring up, we have how many matches India and New Zealand have played, how many New Zealand have won, and how many. So if you can see on the screen. India. This is the ODI World Cup performance of India. 13 matches between India and New Zealand. India has won only 2, and 11 have been won by 10 have been won by New Zealand. One is
One is no result.
no result. So you can see there's very imbalanced result. And the other slide, if you have, Arjun, it's on the total overall. This is the overall ODI performance. I'm not able. 57 matches, 22 won by uh, India, 34 by
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand, and 1 no result. So you can see that there's a slight favor, a tilt in favor of New Zealand in terms of statistics. Historically, they have been beating us in the ODIs by almost 2-1, and that shows that we're up against a formidable opposition, and we have not really performed that well. So I think there's a certain pitch report of we're playing in Navi Mumbai at the DY Patil Stadium. Please give me the pitch report. Quickly, we'll have a look at that because I think this will dictate the next part of the discussion on what should be the team composition and what exactly both Amal Mazumdar and Harmanpreet need to do, because the pitch type is a batting friendly surface. It bounces and spins later on. It is supposed to be, you can see on the screen there, fast bowlers get a bounce and little swing with the new ball, but pitch slows, spinners get a grip and control, and then they control the run rate. The T20 score has been averaging 160, 170 at this particular center, with the first inning score, average first inning score of 168 in T20s. We don't have for the ODIs, but I think if you look around with the T20 ODI, if we compare the two, I think the ODI would be somewhere in the region of 270, 250, 260. It is more a batting friendly pitch at the start. It helps the bowlers later on. So obviously this means that if you win the toss, you would want to bat first. There's pace early on, spin in the middle overs, and it's said that team with the strong top order batting and quality spinners will win over here. Now that puts, I think, India into a slightly Narayan, I'll come to you first, then I'll go to Hetvi and Priya. If this is a spin friendly pitch and not a fast bowler's pitch, what changes do you think you would bring to the team?
I
I
think
don't think so.
Yeah, Hetvi, go first. No problem.
Yeah,
Hetvi,
yeah.
go first.
I think we have great spinners. I mean, Deepti Sharma has been doing well throughout this innings. तो हमारा spinners अच्छा है. For changes, I think we can bring in another batsman for this time, like an all-rounder, especially in the team for New Zealand.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. Any specific suggestion, Narayan, that you want to remove somebody and bring in somebody?
I don't think so. They should make any changes, because very, very crucial match now to get somebody new like a Radha Yadav or a Arundhati Reddy, or in fact get a batter like Uma Cherry. Uma Cherry is a wicket keeper batter actually, the second reason. So एक था, Jemima has not performed, but she saves 20 runs, on the field. तो अब की बार तो भाई all the bowlers were put to task. So ऐसा नहीं था कि एक बॉलर ने अच्छा नहीं किया. बैटर्स ने भी मिडल ऑर्डर थोड़ा सा रह गया, लेकिन अदरवाइज वी हैड 350s in fact, captain, vice captain and Dipti. ऑल डन बैड और ओपनिंग मेरे को लगता नहीं है कुछ ज्यादा चेंज करेंगे इसके अंदर, ऐसा लग रहा है बेसिकली देखा जाए
Since it's a non-pacer friendly match, would you replace Amanjot and bring back Jemima?
तो। दैट कुड बी डन, अगर पेसर का अगर वहाँ नहीं है तो पॉसिबली जेमेमा कुड ऐड वैल्यू एज अ बैटर, एंड अगेन वी कैन गो डीप एंड बोथ वाइल चेजिंग और बाय पुटिंग अप अ स्कोर दोनों साइड के अंदर शी शुड, बट नाउ शी इज हाई टाइम शी हैज टू परफॉर्म।
Because with Renuka coming in, I think Harmanpreet can also play the role of the sixth bowler instead of Amanjot. And then you have Renuka and Kranti God playing up front the fast bowling, and then you Dipti, Sneh, Sricharni as the three spin bowlers, and your Harmanpreet coming in as the sixth backup bowler in case one bowler does not perform well. So I think to have seven bowlers there, if you count Harmanpreet as a bowling all-rounder, of course a batting all-rounder who can bowl, then I think there's a slight. I thought there's a slight
Shift
bias
toward-
towards non-specialist batting.
Yes.
And I think that having a specialist batsman, especially in a crucial game like this, with New Zealand also having played reasonably well in the past and having put up good scores and having a good record against India, might help if we have already five specialist bowlers already there in the team. And I think our three spinners, as we said, are very good. They perform well. Deepti Sharma has performed well. Rana has performed well. Sricharni, no question about it. So if these three really perform to their maximum potential, you don't really need Amanjot for her bowling. You would probably need Amanjot for her batting. So between Amanjot's batting and Jemima's
And
batting, coupled with Jemima's fielding prowess of saving 15, 20, 30 runs at the boundary line, I think that's something an added advantage that one can look at. What are your thoughts on this, Priya? You think some changes in the team now?
No, sir, I think they've been playing this series, so I don't think it's the right time to make any changes. But rather there should be instructions, or there should be more support to the players to perform well. Because I think it's too late to make any changes, and it's a very crucial match. Because if we lose this one, then we are out of the series. So I think rather than making changes, some motivation is more important.
So just one correction, but losing this match doesn't put us out of the series. There's a statistical, theoretical possibility of creeping back if we beat Bangladesh and if
NRR.
New Zealand loses the next match
So-
against whoever they're playing with.
Aus-
So whilst it is not a do or die, if we win the match, it puts us into the driver's seat and we get through to there. So I think it's going to be very crucial. On the captaincy side, I still worry because my sense is why each individual you see performances individually almost you will find very fault with very few of them. Maybe Harleen they will to a certain extent may not have done what she's supposed to be doing. But starting from the top, if you see Smriti, if you see
Pratika.
Katika Rawal, if you see Harmanpreet herself,
Dipti,
if you see Dipti Sharma, Sneh Rana, Richa Ghosh,
Ghosh.
everybody's played Kranti God. Everybody's performed when they had to perform, but somewhere coming together as a team and reaching the targets is what is missing. And that I think is a leadership issue. And therefore, when that leadership issue is that a leader has to step up and start thinking how she has to do something differently. So I think that's something, and I think the difference between the last match and the one before that was very clear. She was stepping up, talking to the bowlers. Harmanpreet did that part of the job very well. You could see her, except with Sri Charni, with every other bowler, she was out there talking, guiding, talking, ye karo, farana dhimka. She was good. And she, of course, performed on her own at 70 runs of 70 balls. Was a very good performance by itself, though she should have continued and made a century and stayed to the end. So I think one hopes that she gets the message from the coach. One hopes she gets the message from social media, who's still trolling her, by the way, for not accepting the reason for losing the match and saying Smriti was a turning point. And that was not a good statement according to whatever maybe the actual flow of events. I think Harmanpreet losing a wicket at that point of time when it was not yet clear that India was going to win was, according to me, not a good thing to have happened. Not that she threw a wicket away, but it did go, something went wrong. and I think she has to be then more consistent on the field, on the pitch when she's batting. She should make it a point to be there till the end. So I think that wraps up. Last comment from you, each of you. First, Narayan, you expectations and what would you do differently?
India needs to get the captain of the New Zealand, Sophie, out very, very soon, because she has got a century against Australia, 85 against South Africa, and 69 against Bangla. So they have played only 3 matches. 2 matches they have been whitewashed because of the rains, actually. So she has been very consistent. In fact, if you see, most of the captains are playing good. The other, whether it's South African captain, the Australian captain, they are doing quite well in their batting. And their 2 pacers, Jess Kerr and Lee Thathu, they are doing well. They have taken 3 wickets in 2 matches. तो उनको भी देखना जरूरी है, अपने टॉप ऑर्डर को एक्चुअली देखना है. और इंडिया अभी क्या हुआ है कि 4 सेना कंट्रीज है, 3 के साथ में हार गई है, अभी खाली न्यूजीलैंड बचा है इसमें से. So I don't know. This consistency has to break now. So India has to win at least one against this, basically, because after this, New Zealand plays England and we play Bangladesh after this. So it's a must-win match, must to the race to the end. जीतना ही है कैसे भी करके, शाम दाम दंड बेल लगा के, बहुत जरूरी है.
Priya?
Yeah. Sir, I think it's going to be a high pressure match, and we need to focus on getting some wickets early on, especially जैसे सर ने कहा कि सोफी उनकी कैप्टन जो है, she's the backbone. Plus Emilia Kerr, she also is a all-rounder. So if we can get these wickets and focus on getting them sooner, I think that would reduce the pressure somewhere.
Absolutely. Prithvi, your last word.
I think the captain needs to assign clear roles to, finishers who is going to bat until from the 30th over to 45th over, or what bowling she's expecting from the team at whatever point, who needs to take the wickets or who needs to slow down the momentum. So the roles need to be decided this time, because since it's such a high pressure match.
Absolutely, and I think she needs to handle Kranti Gaur and Sri Charni more delicately, because both are huge talents, but both are susceptible to onslaught from the opposite batters, and they are the rawest and the most unevolved players in the team. So I think the opposition goes for them, knowing that they are new and they can be easily upset. That's where the captain has to play a big role. So let's hope Harmanpreet steps up. Let's hope Harmanpreet. He's got some good statistics. I don't have them with me here, but she played well against New Zealand herself. Meeti hasn't just got 2 innings, and she's just made some 13-18 runs against New Zealand in the entire ODI career. Harmanpreet has made about a few hundred runs, and she got 250s against New Zealand. So she knows the New Zealand attack. She knows how they bowl. So she has to play a crucial role in the batting lineup today, I think, because the others are new. But Rahul hasn't played against New Zealand, nor have the other 2-3 newcomers. So Harmanpreet will have to anchor the innings, I think, when we are batting, and handle the bowling well. So let's hope we reverse the 2-3 trend, winning 2, losing 3 at the trot, and the last of the Sena hurdle. We are always, हम तो हमारे जंगल में शेर है ही, लेकिन दूसरों के जंगल में जाके दहाड़ मारना, उसी में तो हमारी skill है. That is how we become champions. So let's hope that we play well against New Zealand and steal our spot and see the Q qualified against our name on the table. Elimination to hui gaya hai. Pakistan is the first one to go, and I think Bangladesh is almost there. One stroke is left to complete the E for them. So let's see, and we hope to see a good match. Thank you, guys. We meet again in the next episode for the India-Australia match happening on the same day, the second ODI. Coming back to you in a few minutes.
देखे क्रिकेट टीवी जहां मिलने लगी क्रिकेट की सारी बातें, जहां जोश भी है, जहां होश भी है, जहां क्रिकेट है.